Hey guys, just want to let you know about the new website, Aspect of the Hunter. If you want to find the latest pet, transmog, or anything else WoW related, head on over to Aspect of the Hunter. It's the home for all us hunters. Hey, what's up guys, Ravenclaw here and welcome to another guide, and in today's guide we are talking about the BM Hunter in PVE. A bunch of you have been asking me to help you increase your DPS, bits and things of like what do I do in sort of mythics and raids and stuff like that. So yeah, I want to do more of the hunter boot camps because I've got a lot of messages I still need to reply to, so I thought I'd just do a quick guide now to sort of put a more of a a universal help out there before I go and do the individual ones. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, talents. There's two types of builds that I've worked with. One's more heavily AoE build, and the other one is focused for single target. Now, the one that I usually mainly go with is this build here. Now, these two go hand in hand. Way of the Cobra with Stomp. So what this allows us to do is drop a Dire Beast, which will, once it's dropped, does a massive AoE burst. Also, it counts as another pet out, which then in turn increases Way of the Cobra, which then gives you extra damage on your Cobra shots. Now, the more you have out, obviously, the more damage you will do. Okay, there is something else when we get to the gear that I'll talk to you about, which is going to tie in with this, but we'll get to that when we get to that. The next build in this sort of thing here I see people go with is Dire Stable with Dire Frenzy. Now it's a little bit of a different gameplay when we get to this, but when we get into the rotations and stuff, I'll show you. So the next one here is up to you, but I go with Post Haste for that extra speed boost, and the Root Breaker when I'm in a sticky situation or we have to get across the other side to, you know, get out of trouble or whatever. Disengage and get that speed boost is just, in my opinion, the best. Alright. This tier here, once again, I'm going to talk a bit more about this when we get into the gear side of things, but this one here, I usually go with one with the pack because this build relies on getting as many of these Dire Beasts out as we can to increase our damage and have a lot more of our, as being a BM hunter, it's all about the pets. That's pretty much it, okay? But the other spec that I see people go with, the more that the single target build, is the Bestial Fury. Like I said, when we get to the gear, this will make more sense. Next one is Binding Shot. I just go Binding Shot. It's just great to have that extra sort of controllable AoE stun, especially in sticky situations. Now this tier, it's up to you, but I like to still stick with Murder of Crows. Even though we're looking at AoE and whatnot, I still spread Murder of Crows around when I can, because when a target dies, it does refresh. That's just me. But there are people out there still taking Volley for the extra pressure when it gets to the AoE side of things. The last one here, I only go with Killer Cobra. It's just too good to pass up, but the other two don't really compare with it. This Stampede is really only good when you're bursting a boss to get a little bit of extra damage out with Stampede. With a 3-minute cooldown, it sucks. I suppose people will do it on like an oh shit moment when the whole bunch of mobs have been pulled and yeah, you just wipe them out, but whatever. I just like to have this every time you use Cobra Shot. When Bestial Wrath is up, it resets kill command, and that's a lot of burst damage out, in my opinion. Controllable burst damage too. An aspect of the beast is just too shitty to even look at to talk about. Anyway, let's move on to gear. Alright, so the gear. My gear isn't the best at the moment because I've only got the PvP stuff. But the importance of this whole setup in PvE is mastery over crit, in my opinion. Because one, mastery for a BM hunter is everything, because it's pets. Pets are everything. Pets, pets, pets. And obviously, on that, with the pets, the better the crit, and so on and so forth. Now, haste isn't really the best for a BM hunter. I mean, it's good for our focus regen and our global cooldown to shorten that, but it's mastery over crit, in my opinion, then whatever underneath. Versatility probably more so than haste. But the legendaries. What legendaries do I think would be the greatest? Well, so, I still believe that the belt, right, which reduces the focus cost of all your abilities while in Bestial Wrath, it's really good because you can get a lot more out without becoming focus starved, which happens a lot when you're doing a lot, when you burst everything up and, you know, Cobra Shot, Kill Command, blah, 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 blah. It's just having that reduction, it helps out a lot. But the next legendary that I think is the best to merge with this will be the new legendary ring. Now, obviously, I don't have it over this shitty ring that nobody ever cares about, but I haven't got anything good to replace my pants yet because, yeah. Anyway, so the Huntmaster's ring. This takes us back to the talents we were looking at before. Right, the Huntmaster's ring for a BM gives us Bestial Fury as standard, allowing us then to stick with one with the pack and get the benefit of both. Now, the Bestial Fury increases our Bestial Wrath 15%. You get the idea. It's just a massive, well, it is an increase to damage. So that's my two recommendations for the two legendaries. Now, it's entirely up to you. Go with what you will, but yeah, that's just what I like to stick with. So that's pretty much it for gear. All right, let's just get into sort of how do we put all this, you know, these talents and stuff together. Before we go on, one thing I missed. This trinket here, okay? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I'm sure you guys will. This, every now and again, it spawns a Serpentrix, which is classed as a Guardian, okay? Now, I have tested it, and it does seem to increase Way of the Cobra, because like it says right there, every pet or Guardian, okay? And there's been many a time where this has procced like 3 of the guys out with 2 pets and 2 bestial dire beasts. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But it just seems to be more juicy when they're out. Anyway, now we're moving on. Okay, so I'm going to show you the 2 builds, okay, and the rotations for the 2 builds, just in case you guys want to switch them out. The first one being the standard one that I take. Very, very straightforward. Forward. The idea here is you want to have as many dire beasts out as possible to increase your damage of your Cobra Shot, and that's pretty much it. Having the one with the pack will get those procs through, and it just comes down to the RNG factor of that, so you never know. Very simple. All you're looking to do is throw all your cooldowns at the boss and go nuts. But if when you're in an AoE situation, you want to use your multi-shot, okay? Because multi-shot then triggers your pets to do bestial cleave. But the way I like to do it is, you know, you do multi-shot because it's like a 4-second cooldown on bestial cleave. Then you go and do like a dire beast with a Cobra Shot, then multi-shot, so on and so forth. You get the idea. But what we're talking about is sort of single target AoE. So the rotation simply is, but all your cooldowns, your pots, whatever, then you'll go into your dire beasts, to your Cobra Shot, kill command, Cobra Shot, kill command, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's show you that. So you pop everything like that, you drop your dire beasts down because you will get procs and you don't want to have 2 stacks and get a proc while you have 2 stacks up. And this is pretty much all you're doing. It's just literally Cobra Shot, dire beast, kill command, dire beast, kill shot, dire beast shot, whatever. Okay, it's very, very simple. There's not much else really to it. It only gets more involved once we get into the dire frenzy build. But see, when we get down to this low end of the focus bar, this is why it's great to have that belt, just to reduce the focus on your bits and pieces. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it when it comes to the sort of boss fights. Now, here's the thing I will tell everyone again. Have these 2 line up. So you got Murder of Crows and then your Titan's Thunder. Obviously, every time you're dropping Dire Beast, it reduces the cooldown of your Bestial Wrath. So wait, this is your secondary burst, I guess. So wait till that's back up, then pop these 3 together again, just to keep that consistent damage going. All right. So now we're going to have a look at the dire frenzy build when all the cooldowns have cooled down. All right. Alrighty, guys. So the next build, like I said, is the Dire Stables, Dire Frenzy, and so on build. Now, with this one, it's important to track your Dire Frenzy procs and keep them up for as long as you can. the longer that your stacks are up at 3, the more damage. So if you read here, look, some more damage because it increases their attack speed. So I guess in turn it does do more damage, whatever. But yeah, so basically you want to focus on the stacks. So same again as before, pop all your crap. Then you want to not just burst out your Dire Frenzies, you want to try and maintain the 3 stacks. So let's see if we can do that right here. So I track them in the corner, you just see it right here. So I've got 1 stack. And then I wait until like it gets down to the 1 second mark, and then you do another one. So I've still got another stack here. Wait until it gets down to the 1 second mark again. Go another one. It was close because the global cooldown was cooling down still. And then do it again. Just got another proc before I did it, which sucked. But you get the idea. Wait till about the 1 second, then do it again. And hopefully you'll get... It's all about the procs, you know? So waiting until 1 second, pop it up, and yeah, the luckier you are with the procs, the better this will be. But this is really heavily more of a single target sort of build. But yeah, you get the idea. So the more you maintain your Dire Frenzy uptime, the faster your pets will be attacking overall, and yeah. But that's pretty much it. But I still will maintain the other way of playing because it just is too good to pass up when you're going into the sort of that AoE side of things. And so far I've been doing pretty good. I thought I was going to screw it up, but yeah, I wanted to show you both sides of the spectrum, so that way you guys can make up your own mind and see which one works better for you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have in the way of rotations and things like that. If I have missed anything though, okay, that's enough of that. If I've missed anything or whatnot, please let me know and I will I'll address it in the comments. If you want to talk about anything else, like maybe pets, so I do get asked what pets should you take and stuff like that. We can go over, you know, the main pets or whatnot. Like, don't forget to check out my On the Hunt series. I go over all the different types of pets and everything. But yeah, other than that, just get into the mythics, the raids and everything like that, and just practice. If you would like a one-on-one session, you want to do a hunter boot camp or whatever, let me know in the comments of this video, and I will pull everyone's who's asked out, and I'll send them all a message, and we'll have a chat, and we'll get an episode going. But other than that, guys, you take care, you keep on sniping. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.